Arctic hares live in some of the coldest places in North America, where open tundra, rocky slopes, coastal barrens, and long winters shape almost every part of their lives year-round. At first glance, they look simple, but their compact bodies, short ears, strong feet, and thick fur help them hold heat when the temperature drops far below freezing in wind. Unlike many rabbits, Arctic hares are built for exposed ground, where there may be little cover except snowdrifts, stones, low willows, and plants pressed close to the soil. In cold, their white winter coat helps them blend into snow, while their darker summer coat matches the rocks, moss, lichens, and bare patches that appear after thaw. This color change is not instant. It follows the seasons, and for a short time, the hair may look patchy as old fur is replaced by new growth each spring. Food can be hard to find in the Arctic, so these hares feed on woody plants, buds, roots, mosses, lichens, grasses, and whatever plant matter is reachable near snow. During winter, they dig through snow with their front feet to reach buried stems and leaves, often feeding in places where wind has thinned the snow cover, on ridges. They may also stand on their hind legs to reach higher twigs, using balance and quick bites to strip small pieces from shrubs that survive the cold with care. Arctic hares are mostly active when conditions allow them to feed safely, and they often rest in shallow depressions that block wind and hide their outline in daylight. These resting spots are simple but useful because even a small dip in the snow or soil can reduce exposure and make the hare harder to notice from a distance. In storms, when danger appears, an Arctic hare can switch from stillness to speed in seconds, running across open ground with powerful back legs and sudden changes in direction very fast. That speed matters because predators such as Arctic foxes, wolves, lynx, snowy owls, gyrfalcons, and sometimes polar bears may take hares when they get the chance in open areas. Most predators do not catch every hare they chase, but the pressure is constant. So alertness is one of the hare's most important survival tools, often. Arctic hares often sit upright to watch their surroundings, turning their head and ears to check open slopes, ridgelines, sea ice edges, and low areas around them. Again, in some areas they gather in groups, especially in winter, and a large group can help more animals notice danger across a wide, open landscape together. These groups are not the same as a tight family pack. They are loose gatherings where hares feed, rest, and move near each other when conditions allow nearby. Movement across the tundra can be demanding, but Arctic hares travel between feeding areas, sheltered ground, and safer resting spots as weather and food change, as needed. They use packed snow, wind-blown ridges, rocky ground, frozen stream edges, and plant lines as travel routes, often choosing paths that make movement easier on firm snow. Breeding begins when the season improves, and males may compete for access to females with short chases, close following, quick turns, and brief physical contact. In spring, female Arctic hares give birth to young called leverets, usually in a shallow nest or protected place on the ground rather than a deep underground burrow on the ground. Leverets are born with fur and open eyes, which helps them handle a harsh environment sooner than the helpless young of many other small mammals early. Even so, young hares are vulnerable, so they stay low, remain quiet, and depend on camouflage while the mother returns to nurse them between feeds. The mother does not stay beside them all day because too much attention around the nest could make the young easier for predators to find for safety. As the young grow, they begin exploring nearby ground, testing their legs, feeding on small plants, and learning the open spaces around them, slowly. Arctic hares also face risks from storms, deep snow, freezing rain, and sudden weather shifts that can cover food or make travel more costly each season. In summer, insects can be a serious irritation, and hares may choose windy areas, open ground, exposed ridges, or brief rest periods to reduce biting flies. On warm days, water usually comes from snow, ice, and moisture in plants, but in warmer months they may drink from meltwater, small pools, or wet ground when needed. Their tracks often show where they have fed, rested, or escaped, with larger hind feet landing ahead of the smaller front feet during a bound after fresh snow. Across the year, the Arctic hare survives by using a simple set of strengths: insulation, camouflage, speed, careful feeding, seasonal movement, and constant attention every day. It is not just a white animal in snow, it is a hardy tundra mammal shaped by cold, open space, limited food, changing seasons, and daily pressure from predators all year.